Senua's Saga, Hellblade II, is a story of resilience, of confronting the darkness within ourselves no matter how many times it threatens to consume us. My darkness is not the same as Senua's, but that doesn't make her story any less relatable, and the impossible task of ridding herself of this darkness is a key factor in telling a story centered on mental illness.
All this way, just to die among strangers.
You! Why did you come back?
Did you think you had left me behind? I am always here.
I won't listen to you!
Senua's Saga starts with an optional recap of the events of the first game, where it tells us Senua banished her darkness while in the depths of hell, freeing herself of the taunting voice of her abusive father. As this new tale begins, she has allowed herself to be captured by the Northmen slavers in an attempt to confront them at the source and stop their invasion. However, a storm tears the ship apart, leaving Senua stranded in a foreign land with no weapon and no direction. It's not long before her shadow returns, berating her for her failures and blaming her for the death of the slaves who were lost in the storm. This is an important aspect of mental illness that many people may not be aware of. For many, myself included, a flat-out cure is highly unlikely. Through therapy, medication, or a combination of both, we can move past the worst our mental illness can throw at us, but it may never be fully and truly gone. It's never so simple as banishing it to hell. I distinctly remember stopping therapy at a certain point because things had been going so well, only to resume it after 3 months or so because of new life stressors. Senua's anguished, "Why did you come back?" resonated with me, and not only for that, but because my lowest moments of depression, which I touched on in a previous video linked in the description, happened after I'd already been in therapy for a couple of years. Our struggles, our darkness can seemingly retreat for a time, only to come back stronger. And so we fight. Sometimes we fight alone through our own personal hell, just as Senua did in the first game. But as she comes to discover through this latest entry, there is power and strength in surrounding yourself with others who will support you. It was truly beautiful to see her journey through Hellblade II as she wrestles with being vulnerable and allowing herself to trust others. And just as importantly, even when she's made the choice to trust and to take up arms alongside these new allies, she still has doubts. Her voices still question whether she is truly worthy of their trust. I'm incredibly fortunate to have the support system that I do when my depression and anxiety come around, but millions of others are not so lucky. There is so much the world at large just does not understand about mental illness, the causes, the symptoms, or the treatments. The team at Ninja Theory made sure to do their due diligence for both these titles by not only consulting with mental health professionals, but also with people who experience psychosis in their daily lives. They have 2 documentaries about the process that I'll also have in the description. Their desire to create the most authentic experience possible not only helps an entire group of people feel seen, but allows everyone else to learn as well. Because while many of us throw around the word psychotic as a derogatory term for aggressive or undesirable behavior, the true meaning of the word psychosis is simple. Experiences which are disconnected from reality, such as Senua hearing voices or seeing symbols that nobody else is able to perceive. Thanks to the efforts of Ninja Theory, as well as developers of other titles such as Night in the Woods and Celeste, we are able to experience, in video game form, the types of thought processes and struggles millions of people endure every single day. And hopefully, by doing so, we can foster more empathy and less stigma about the subject. The Hellblade duology is certainly not for everyone. The very specific gameplay mix of puzzles, combat, and visual narrative in both games doesn't exactly have mass appeal. Beyond that, some may find it difficult to experience the game due to its heavy themes and its attempts to immerse the player by allowing us to hear the myriad voices that Senua hears. And that's okay. There are plenty of other ways to be informed about mental illness aside from playing these games. I hope this video has helped shed light on the subject in some small way. Even if you don't experience psychosis like Senua or depression and anxiety like me, we all have struggles that don't always reach the light of day. But no matter what that struggle may be for you, know this: you are not alone, and help is always out there.